Action of a scathing report by Chris Sheridan in the New York Daily News. Sheridan reports that Brett Brown has lost the locker room, and earlier this season he invited Bruce Bowen to speak to the team about the culture that made the Spurs so successful, but that backfired. Joel Embiid challenged him and got into a heated argument with the former Spur. Then drama occurred when Ben Simmons missed a game in March with a, quote, stomach virus, but he was actually hungover. GM Elton Brand reportedly told ownership they need to consider trading Simmons because he's uncoachable and a liability in the playoffs. But the owner said he is untouchable. Shannon, will all this drama derail the Sixers?
Yes. They will never, ever reach that. And I hate using the term never. But they will not reach their maximum potential with these two guys because they're superstars that won nothing and think they know how to win, and they don't. Ben Simmons, Jared Dudley says, you get Ben Simmons in transition, he's great. When you put him in the half-court set, he's not so great. He's average. Now, I don't know if he's average. Maybe he's slightly above average. But, Skip, he is the exact same player he was when he came into the league. He cannot shoot a lick. He's attempted 17 threes. He's missed all of them, but most of his threes come at the end of the shot clock, end of halves, things of that nature, end of quarter possessions. Skip, he can't shoot. Outside of 8 feet, outside of the paint, Ben Simmons is 0%.
I agree.
So he's not getting better. And you know what happens in the playoffs, Skip? The game slows down. They don't let you get up and down. And when they don't let him get up and down, he's mainly down. If this report is true, Skip, how in the hell you get so inebriated? It wasn't like they played like football and you get hung over the night before they got a 1 o'clock game. Hell, they played the next night. So you can't get right. So but it tells me that probably around the shoot-around time.
You're talking about when they're in Orlando.
And I'm like, hell, Orlando, how in the hell you find something to do in Orlando? Ain't nothing but old people and kids in Orlando, Disney. That's it, in retirement homes.
I don't know. Was Kendall on the road with him? I don't know.
See, I ain't going to that.
I don't know.
I thought you didn't know what happened.
I don't know.
Keep it up with the Kardashians. Yeah, I know you do.
You know
but Skip, this is unacceptable. If you want to engage in this type of a lifestyle where you want to party and have a great time, you got to show up for work. You got to let my grandma tell my aunts, if y'all want to go out and have a good time, you're taking your ass to church on Sunday. So you can stay out late as you want to on Saturday night, but you're going to church on Sunday. Okay, Skip, you want to stay out and party and have a good time? You're playing the next night. Joel Embiid, bruh. You going to challenge Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen, what? He a couple of years younger than me, Skip. The man coming there, he's trying to...
I know Bruce very well, but I'm not sure what his age is.
I don't think he's older than me.
It does seem odd.
Yeah, I don't think he's older than I am, Skip. You gonna the man comes.
Listen, Bruce Bowen is tough enough to hang in that fight right now,
Skip,
no matter how old.
But I'm trying to think. A guy is coming to show, and we've had guys come talk to us. When I was in Baltimore, we had Jim Brown come talk to us. We're at the Super Bowl. Joe Frazier, rest his soul, came and talked to us. When I was in Denver, we'd have speakers come in, what it takes, a winning mentality. Brett Brown is trying to say, guys, the culture, the environment that's conducive for winning or that leads to winning is an environment that's have someone that played in that environment and can explain to him. And you're going to challenge the guy? Joel, what have you won? What have you done? Yes, you are the great player, but you don't get it. You squander your talents because you're too heavy and you miss a game, Skip. He has the type body that he must watch what he eats and continuously work out, or if he doesn't, he missed 2 days of training, he'll gain 5 to 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Because you see how big his bottom is? That's the foundation.
He just got such serious injury issues. He's got back, he's got foot, he's got knee.
Which would lead to him missing time, which leads to him can't train, which leads to his weight going up.
I know, it's like Bill Walton syndrome where you're so tall that your body can't hold your weight as you jump on it.
And even if, Skip, walking around, it would be a problem. Can you imagine a 300-plus pound man having to get up and down the court 70-plus?
He won't do any cardio at all when he can't practice, and you know the rest of the story. He just goes up, up.
So, no, they're not going to reach their potential. They might get past this round, but they're not going very far. And I'm disappointed because I picked them to represent the East in the NBA Finals.
So did
I.
And
it's not going to happen.
So, my takeaway, and by the way, I know Chris Sheridan, known him for a long time. He's covered this league forever, longer than I have. I'm buying all of this, so I don't doubt a bit of it.
It's good to know.
It feels to me like Ben Simmons is at the eye of this storm. You're right. Joel Embiid deserves some of the criticism, but the bulk of the blame is on this young man. And he's still a very young man.
22, I think.
Quick story. I know one Sixers insider very well. He's very plugged in. He called me before the Embiid draft, and he said, what do you think of Joel? And I said, he's the best player in this draft. And I said it on TV. And he said, well, we've looked into the medical, and it's not a pretty sight. Should we risk it? I said, boy, I would just close my eyes and plunge, because I still think he, after, post LeBron, is the best player in the East. But I can't defend his childish behavior. He's like an overgrown kid sometimes. He just doesn't take it serious. It's almost like the Dwight Howard syndrome.
Right.
He just doesn't take the game seriously enough. You have to have some edge to you.
Right.
You have to have some will. You have to want it worse than your opponent, because that other team's just going to be kicking their butts.
Right.
And watch what starts happening again tonight. This is going to be a battle.
I would not be surprised if the Nets won this series in, say, 6 games.
Okay, so I'm going to finish my story. Thank you very much. But the insider called me 2 years ago, and he said, do you realize our owner thinks Ben Simmons is better than Joel Embiid? And I said, your owner is flat out wrong, because they were in awe of Ben Simmons' talent because it was Magic-esque.
Yes.
But you have to develop some kind of shot. Right. And Chris Sheridan reported that they can't even get him to shoot free throws right because he won't bend his knees. It's like the most elementary, rudimentary.
Right.
Just bend your knees so that you can get a consistent push behind your shot. And he won't even do that. So the conclusion was, according to Chris Sheridan, that Elton Brand is saying, we need to trade Ben Simmons because the youngster was simply not coachable and was a regular season player annually exposed in the playoffs. What did Jared Dudley say yesterday? I know Jared Dudley very well because I've done a whole lot of TV with him, and half the time I can't get him to say anything on TV because he is so PC. Well, what did he do yesterday? He took a big shot at Ben Simmons. If if you got him going up and down, he's really good.
Sure.
But you get him in the half court, he used the word average.
Right.
Really? Well, listen, Jared Dudley has been around a long time and he knows exactly what he's doing. He is planting a demon seed in Ben Simmons' mind because they think they can get to him psychologically.
Don't you wish Dudley would have said this after they played him?
Well, okay, but again, I think he thinks it's like gamesmanship to get inside his head.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
That's no respect.
But Skip, everybody's like, well, all you're going to do, because that was a knock on Ben Simmons coming out, his inability to shoot the basketball. Oh, man, he work on that. He's going to develop that. Okay. We 3 years in, Skip. He's the exact same shooter today as he was coming out of LSU.
And he has the exact same low motor he had at LSU. When we all sat there watching him saying, do you care at all?
Yes.
You just go stand on the side at LSU and say, you guys do it. And what happened? They not only missed the NCAAs, then they voted as a team not to even go to the NIT.
Right.
That's how big a mess that was.
Because probably, like, I'm not playing. I'm not going to NCAAs. I'm not going to the NIT.
All right. I'm not going to the
Skip, this
NIT.
is unacceptable.
Right.
Skip, this is unacceptable, and it's only going to get worse. Because as he grows in stature, can you imagine, Skip, the dude this is only his second year.
Yeah.
So can you imagine year 5, year 6, as he grows and some of the older superstars go away? Well, you got hell on your hands dealing with him.
Yep.
Good luck, Philly. Good luck, Philly, in both fronts, because you got two budgeting superstars, and they haven't won anything, but they think they know everything.
They do.
And therein lies your problem. Now, Joel Embiid, I'm going to give you some advice. You're about 24, 25 years of age. Bruh, if you don't get your weight up under control,
Yep.
you're going to be up out of there. Because you not going a 360-pound man as big as you are can't get up and down the court.
Yep.
Can't.
I agree.
You can't. He got a simple knee injury, and he's missing 10 games with a simple knee injury.
I don't think it's simple. I really don't.
Yeah, it's not. No. Because, Skip, can you imagine? You say your knees hurt after you play a game of basketball. You 170. Dude, that way you about 135, 140.
Oh, he's getting big.
Yes.
He's getting really big. So poor Brett Brown has endured all the black clouds of this team, all the terrible days, the process. And you know what? I said before the year started, Luke Walton has inherited the hardest team to coach in the history of basketball because obviously he had LeBron, who can be tough, but he had the Lonzo LeVar factor. And then all of a sudden it's Rondo and JaVale and Lance and Michael Beasley. That's a hard team to coach.
Right.
All of a sudden, Brett Brown's team looks on par with that one because Embiid, Simmons, and then you throw Jimmy Butler into the mix. That's hard.
But here's the thing with the Lakers. LeBron can say, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And they'll do it. Okay, who's going to tell Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons?
I think Jimmy Butler tries.
Yeah, exactly. And then what had happened when he tried? Joel Embiid gave him pushback.
He did. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
There's no way. I mean, you think about it. You got a guy with Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris.
And
Only Golden State had a better starting five as far as talent-wise.
you mentioned J.J. Redick who can just shoot
Yeah,
the
you're
lights
right,
out.
JJ. But personality-wise, they've got some growing up to do.
They do.
I mean, this feels like a lot.
That's what happens when you got all them young
to
guys and they start having success early, Skip. Can't nobody tell them nothing.
But is that the future of this? I mean,
Yes.
I don't want to be having that
League getting
conversation
younger.
to all these young
They're
guys.
about to do it one and done? Oh, yeah. Because, Skip, you know this. Jenny, you know this. Basketball's always been a star-driven league.
Yeah.
The players control it, not the coaches.
Yeah.
Now, I can imagine. Now, if LT did what he did, but he showed up to play on Sunday.
Yeah. Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
You got to earn it first.
You gonna stay out and party? Okay, you gonna stay out and party? Okay, look, I know guys, Skip, we play, we got a Sunday game, and sometimes guys will go out on Thursday and Friday. But we got practice Friday. Or we got walkthroughs on Saturday. Don't you have your ass in there talking about, oh, my stomach hurt or my head hurt? That ain't got nothing to do with me. You should have thought about that before you were out. If you want to go party Ben Simmons, have at it. But I expect you to come out there and give me a triple dub or close to it that night. He's so hungover, he can't even.
That's bad. That's horrible. That's irresponsible.
Well, what are we going to do with that, Skip? And I don't think that's going to get better, huh?
I feel like an old lady calling him out. You
And
just
yet,
can't do that.
bottom line, that team came out in the third quarter the other night and scored 51 points on a team that was kicking their tail. 51 points.
I got the Nets tonight.
Do you really?
Yeah. You want some of this?
But the potential.
I got the Nets tonight.
that-
I got the Nets tonight. Straight up, I